You wouldn't believe the lengths I'd go to procrastinate. Seriously. This is my Xbox 360 game collection. I'm actually going to go through it and go through as fast as I can because I've got quite a few here. Right, Assassin's Creed 2. Didn't enjoy it as much as the first, but it's a good game, of course. But I just missed the medieval setting, that's what I really like. Mass Effect 3, I've only just started this, really disappointed. Loved the first game, liked the second. This was nowhere near as good as either of them. Yeah, see, it's a good game still, but wasn't as good as the first, which is right here. This is the best one to me. More RPG elements, more larger locations, more epic scale, everything about it was brilliant. Oh, it's an Xbox game, forget about that. Enslaved, I actually prefer this to Uncharted. I haven't got a PS3, so maybe I'm a bit biased, but I really, really like this game. I think it's got a really interesting setting, really likeable characters, and just generally an interesting storyline. That's really unique as well, in loads of ways. Crash of the Titans. Yeah, this is pretty decent. I mean, people hate all the new Crash games automatically just because they're new and they're different, slightly different to the original, but it's still quite fun. It's a decent platformer, bit sluggish at times. Cameo. This is actually one of the launch titles, I believe, for Xbox. Really fun title, really fun game. Slightly Legend of Zelda graphic style, but more. I don't know how you would explain it, but it's platformer and adventure and lots of things at once. It's quite impressive, actually. Quite a good game. Prince of Persia only just got this recently. It's pretty good. It's all right. I'm not that fussed. Bionic Commando. I was told this would be open worlds, but I was disappointed it's not. It's got some fun gameplay elements, but it would have worked way better open world, and it's too limited in some ways. This is really bloody good. I mean, I love the comics as it is. The comics are fantastic, but this is just wicked. I mean, I've not played the second one yet, but I really enjoyed that. The graphics were great. The gameplay was just fun. It was just really good. Modern Warfare 2. This is actually my first Call of Duty game I've bought, I believe. I only had like Medal of Honor and shit like that beforehand, so I really enjoyed it, to be honest. I mean, I know people had mixed responses with it, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, I bought it because I saw the No Russian mission. That shit was crazy, but yeah, I had to buy it, and it was fun. I've put in a lot of hours into it, and I enjoyed it. Completed it on Veteran, so on. Battlefield. Now this is better, of course. This is way better. Like, the online was fantastic. When I first played this, I couldn't believe what I was playing. It was just so realistic, so graphically beautiful. It was just epic. Loved it. This is actually not mine. I'm borrowing this from a friend, but it's good. I've not played the multiplayer because sadly they locked it for other. Once one person plays the game, you have to use a code for the online or something. So I couldn't play a multiplayer on it, which is stupid. But yeah, I mean the single player is incredible. Medal of Honor. Oh god, man, this is actually from the same friend who let me borrow that. It gave me this. I'm not even going to start on this. Homefront. It's pretty good. I actually really enjoyed the original game, Frontline. This is sort of a spiritual sequel, if you like. It's alright, I mean, it's pretty good. I've barely played so far, barely touched it. Same with this game, actually. I've barely played this, I only got this recently. It's sort of like, I don't like the post-apocalyptic games that much. I think there's too many games like them these days, and it's a bit boring. Same with the whole zombie thing, it's just not for me. Shadowrun. This is actually one of the only Xbox games where you can play cross-platform with PC players, and it's really a fun game, actually. It's got some slightly RPG elements in a way. Maybe not RPG elements, but it's sort of a Counter-Strike game, but with like sort of mythological creatures and fantasy powers and stuff. It's really quite good fun. So yeah, as I just mentioned, Frontlines. This is like the one before Homefront, but I think it's a bit more epic in scale, and you had more more stuff going on at once. It was a bit more epic at the time, I think. Perfect Dark Zero. It's alright. I never really played the original actually, but it's an alright game. It's pretty decent. Once you really get into the single player, it gets pretty good towards the end. So I enjoyed that. Halo Reach. Like other Halo games, I do not like the campaign at all. The only campaign I liked for Halo game was ODST, but the multiplayer, as usual, is practically flawless. It's absolutely addictive. Same with Halo 3. That's the first Halo game I properly owned actually. Good fun, really good fun. Well, multiplayer at least. I completed the campaign. Wasn't that fussed about that at all. This is one of my favourite first-person shooters, like on the console. I haven't even completed the single player, but the multiplayer is so fun. It is just so fun. If you haven't got this game, get it now, or if you have it, get on Xbox Live and I'll play you on it, because I've not played in a while and I really miss it. Not played this game yet myself. Got it from a friend. Haven't played it yet. I will at some point. Resident Evil 5. Nowhere near as good as the old original ones, of course. It's too action-packed. I don't like the action. It just doesn't work for the stuff. Another game which I only bought recently, I haven't played much, but Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway. Yeah, see, I don't even know the name. But it's pretty good so far, pretty good. Seems a bit dated now that I've played loads of other games, but yeah, it's good. Now I've got to move this pile, it's getting a bit... going to collapse on me at some point. Skyrim. I actually already owned this I bought some first on Xbox and then rebought on PC. Nowhere near as good as Oblivion in my eyes. It's no Oblivion, but it's still incredible. They did tighten up all the gameplay elements. So the gameplay at its core is a lot better, but I missed the massive cities and massive open environments of this game. This game was so much more better. This is my favourite game of the generation full stop. One of my favourite games of all... No, it is my favourite game of all time, full stop. Love it. I still need to get into Morrowind. I've got the game, but I'm having trouble getting into it. I should have started with that before I got to Oblivion and Skyrim. Dragon Age Origins. It's not worth getting the sequel, but this game was pretty damn fun. I mean, it felt like it should have been just for PC. It didn't really feel like a console game, but I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It was nothing special, but it was a good, fun game, you know? It was tight enough. I have to make a second pile. I think this is just getting ridiculously tall. You should bloody see this shit. Look. Kane and Lynch 2. Yeah, when I first played it on my friend's PS3, I thought it was pretty fun, but when I bought myself, played it alone, it's just not the same. I think you need some friends really to make it fun. I just found it a bit bland. I think it's single player as well. Oh no, it plays 1 to 2, so there you go. But still, it's just Alan Wake. I've actually got the might as well get it now. Special edition one, massive thing. It's got like the book and everything. It was actually really quite a nice special edition version bundle thing. Really enjoyed that. It was good. Got a bit repetitive. Sadly, it was too action oriented and it lost the sort of adventure. Well, not adventure, but sort of mystery aspect about it. Which brings me on to this game. Trust me, do not trust what the reviews say. This is actually a fun game. It's funny as hell because it's ridiculous and stupid, and the cutscenes are stupid. But it's actually quite dark, and it's actually got some really interesting narrative elements. So, really, definitely check that one out. I actually really enjoy this. Haven't completed it, barely far in it. I'm not even far in it at all because I don't really like the shooting part. But when the actual open world bit, when you talk to people and explore, it's really fun. It's really good. Gears of War. My friend's borrowing the second one still, actually. Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I completed it and really enjoyed it. But by the time the sequel came out, I was just like, I had enough of the gameplay. They need to do something new with it. It just feels too repetitive because that game itself is quite repetitive. But you get used to, you sort of don't care because it's sort of a game of its own style, really. But I don't know. By the second game, I just didn't want to play anymore. I just didn't enjoy it. Forza 4. I've actually got 3. Actually, start with this. Forza 3 was excellent. It's fantastic. This is actually the bundle copy, Forza 4. But Forza 4 is actually, I don't know if it's actually better or not. I can't tell, but I'm enjoying it more because this is the first time I'm actually getting into a racing games campaign or single player part, and it's really fun. It's excellent. I mean, I'm just gripped by it. It's just so fun. This is actually also the first time I've actually had any motivation to do manual controls as opposed to automatic. It was difficult at first, but this game was so fun that I actually did it. So I barely played this one. I need to really go back to that one and see if it was actually, you know, maybe it's actually better than this one, but I just can't remember. But yeah, either way, fantastic. Probably the best racing game I've ever played, so check that out. Okay, I'm making the second pile now. I'm really worried. Stop Ignition. I don't know if you played the original one on PS2 or GameCube, whatever it was on, but it was a fun game. It was really, it was quite ambitious at the time. The graphics were quite nice. It was a really good game. This is probably a lot better. I can't remember. I can't remember if the other one was as good or bad as I remember it being, but because it was actually, I remember it being good, but I don't remember it being this good. And I really enjoyed this. This is really fun. I mean, even today, I mean, it's nothing really compares to it. It's just a game with its own style, really. It's like in a whole class of its own, or whatever you say. PGR 4. This is more arcadey racing game. It's pretty fun. It's got some really nice design tracks and environments, but I'm not keen on arcadey ones that much, except for this game. This game is fantastic. This game is actually not. You know what? I don't know if I prefer this to Forza or not, because this has got the massive open Los Angeles to explore, and it's fantastic. It's just pure fun. Customizing your car and everything is just good fun. Crackdown, fun open world game. Nice graphic style. I don't know, I think people overrated it a bit though. It's not amazing, it's just good fun. Prototype, it's alright. Wasn't too keen. Another sort of open world game, a bit crazy, a bit mad and stuff. A bit like this, to be fair. Except this was a bit more tight. What I missed from actually all three of these games, they all lack something. That's interior environments. They've got like a few, and that's about it. And it disappoints me. They really need to have more interior environments. Otherwise, you feel like you're going around the same area all the time. I don't know. If you're going around a grand city, you expect to be able to go in a few shops, so maybe kill some people in the shops or something crazy like that. Maybe that's just me. My second favourite game of the generation. In fact, it was actually my favourite game last generation, but one of my favourite games of all time, Bully. I think this game is fantastic. I think it's nearly flawless. I mean, this one has actually got a lot of... The X360 version is actually quite buggy. It's got a few glitches and issues, but it still doesn't stop from being one of the most fun games I've ever played. Better than any GTA game I've ever played in my life, and I've played every GTA game, so... Red Dead Redemption. I actually prefer Gun. I've made a video about this already, so go back to that video if you want to really have a rant about that. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I completed it. Just didn't think it was amazing. Brotherhood. Ugh. Don't get me started. Now that was so good, man. This is the last game I'm going to show you now. That's the last one in my collection. Love this game to bits. This is what started it all, and this is the reason I got into the series in the first place. I love the medieval slash, I don't know what you call it, sort of, the Jerusalem kind of Templar kind of era, Holy Grail search type. Well, except not Holy Grail, but you know what I mean. But that sort of era, I mean, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. I love this game. I'll more easily go back to that game rather than 2 or 3 or Brotherhood. I haven't even played Revelations yet. I just don't want to. But yeah, that is my collection. I've got a few Xbox games here. I've also got Halo somewhere, Halo 1 or something, Halo CE. Yeah, Torek is fantastic. I had to rebuy it. I've already got it in GameCube anyway, but I wanted to play it on Xbox controls for some reason. Good game. And that is it. That's my collection. I had to get that out of the way. Yeah, so sorry about that. I just had to get another video out the door today. And that's it. That's my collection. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Tell me what games you think I need to get, or if you have any questions about one of these games, I'll give you my feedback on it, because I only really just rushed this and shouted out a few comments about them. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.